Oh
Last
man,
up, we're gonna talk about hot girl summer herself, Megan Thee Stallion.
damn.
You know, queen of the hotties, or what does she call her people? The
Oh,
something, I don't know. All of
uh,
these chicks got names for their zombie fans.
damn.
Um, I think hers are the hotties or the something. I don't know. Well, I'm not gonna look it up because I don't care.
I'll
But
look it up because I'm curious now.
but Megan Thee Stallion is apparently being sued by a former cameraman who is alleging harassment and weight shaming of all things. So this here says Megan Thee Stallion sued by former cameraman accused of harassment and weight shaming. Megan Thee Stallion is facing a lawsuit from a former cameraman who has accused the rapper of subjecting him to sexual harassment and fat shaming comments. Emilio Garcia, who worked as a personal cameraman for Megan Thee Stallion from 2018 to 2023, sued the hot girl summer rapper in Los Angeles, accusing her of harassment and creating a hostile work environment, according to a copy of the complaint obtained by USA Today on Tuesday. NBC News first reported the suit. In one incident, Garcia alleged that Megan Thee Stallion, whose real name is Megan Pete, had sex with a woman beside him while they were in an SUV together after a night out in June 2022.
God
He was
damn.
embarrassed. He was embarrassed, mortified, and offended throughout the whole ordeal.
Mortified.
And the next day, the rapper allegedly told him to never discuss what you saw, the lawsuit claims. Additionally, the suit accuses Megan Thee Stallion of making fat shaming comments toward Garcia, including telling him to spit your food out and that you don't need to be eating. The barrage of relentless sexual and fat shaming comments plunged Garcia into profound emotional distress. The
Yes.
lawsuit states, I don't mean to laugh at that. It's just funny. Sorry, guys. Um, let's see. Okay, so that's pretty much the end of that. USA Today has reached out to representatives for Megan Thee Stallion for comment. So this guy, Emilio Garcia, plunged into profound and emotional distress at the hands of hot girl summer herself, Megan Thee Stallion. So a bit of a Lizzo. She's doing her best Lizzo impression here.
Seems a
What
little
do you
bit
think about
Lizzo.
this? What do you think about this? What do you think about this lawsuit?
It's kind of crazy. Um, I think that this is the new play, bruh. This the new wave, bruh. Like underpaid ex employees just outing you. So like having your own thing and employing other people, like having them be with you, following you around, that's starting to become dangerous for these people. Whether it's if especially if the stuff is untrue, but some of these sound very believable. This situation sounds very believable. Now, him being mortified, I can't believe they went there with that. Um, would I have been? Um, Not really. I don't, if anything, my whole thing is he probably mad that he couldn't join in. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know what my thought was, honestly?
What's that?
Because that just seems weird to me, is that he's gay. That was my thought.
Um,
Maybe he's gay. Because why would you find that mortifying? First of all,
uh,
that sounds like a lawyer statement anyway. So he
totally,
probably didn't
totally.
even. Yeah, that sounds like a lawyer statement. So he probably didn't even write that anyway. But he still, I'm pretty sure, co-signed it. And I don't know, he's making himself look like the victim. But really, bro, you were mortified at that. So that's why I was thinking to myself, maybe he's gay. Maybe he just don't like women.
That might be the thing. So I didn't even think about that angle, but you know, and her people are called hotties. My bad, hotties. My bad,
Yeah.
hotties. I ain't mean to
Isn't that what
offend.
I said? I think I said hotties. I think
You
that's what I
probably
said.
did. You probably
Yeah.
did. I don't even know these things. But yeah, man. So that's an interesting caveat. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, if you ain't like that, my bad. But this story sounds crazy. Now I ain't into shaming dudes because you know what I'm saying? Because people could be just against women on women, and he could have been mortified by that. But here's my
Okay.
thing, bro. Here's my thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if she busting it down like that, you know what I'm saying? But he got to sue. He didn't get paid. He just want to get paid. and he needed something as leverage, to use that this was an unprofessional work environment. And so he just trying to get a check. So he needed some type of evidence, and this was the bit of evidence that he was providing, I guess, or story that he's providing. It's all alleged that, what I'm saying, she was around there giving it up next to him. But that's pretty wild. The fat shaming, I'm pretty sure that went on. But if bro didn't need to eat more that day, and she was like, bro, you need to slow down. Like, I don't know where the line is with this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Especially when these people feel like, oh, okay, you think it's sweet, you're not going to employ me anymore. So it's a wild thing, bro. And it feels like a bit of a plate that's going on. It feels real Lizzo-ish. The Lizzo one felt like it was a little bit more concrete of, hey, man, it seems like some real bullying dynamics going on here. But this one seems like a reach to me. What are your thoughts, man, on Homeboy being absolutely disgusted with Megan Thee Stallion throwing it back right next to him?
Yeah, this seems to be a trend, is accuse former employers of hostile work environments. It seems
Yeah.
like a trending thing to do.
Yeah.
I don't know. Obviously, I don't have a dog in this fight, so I don't know
Mm.
who's telling the truth. This is all alleged at this point. I will say that we should keep the same energy, because I think if it's a man who's being accused of a hostile work environment, especially sexual harassment, even if it's unproven, even if we don't know what's true, what's not, and it's
True.
all alleged, he's getting destroyed.
That's true.
He's guilty before proven innocent, because we just kind of we have this weird thing that we do where we just automatically assume that because he's a man, he's a creep. So, like, if we're gonna do that, then let's just start looking at her as a creep. Because if this was a guy, we'd be like, he's a creep, or at least he's a potential creep. But I feel like with her, it'll be like, well, let's just wait until all the facts get out. So I just want to keep the same energy, because a lot of these chicks out here are dictators. These women in positions of power, like I forget what the topic was, but one of these topics that we did, I said one of the things that I hated about Me Too. I think it was when we were talking about whether Drea Michelle is a predator because she's with Jalen Green. I think that's the video. And I think one of the things that I said is one of the many things that I hated about Me Too was that it perpetuated the notion that men are inherently creeps and offenders. And my contention to that is I don't think it is gender specific in terms of inherently being a creep or an offender. I think that when you are in a position of power for too long, the power will corrupt a human and they will become a creep and an offender as a result, whether you are a man or a woman. I don't think it discriminates based upon gender. So women can be corrupted by having too much power for too long. And a lot of these women who have a lot of power and operate unchecked because of what's between their legs tend to get corrupted and start doing whatever the hell they want. And they leave a lot of people in their wake as a result. And it isn't always just men, it's women too. That's what Lizzo got going on. Because those dancers that are accusing her of a hostile work environment, those are females. So my whole thing is, let's just keep the same energy across the board. If dude who does that is a creep, allegedly, potentially, then she's a creep, allegedly, potentially. And the last thing that I'll say, I don't listen to her music, but I've heard a lot of her songs, and a lot of her songs are mean. She just has a lot of mean. She has a lot of mean. She has a lot of mean songs.
Yeah.
Like the tone of her songs are just like mean. And I know she's getting to the bag and she a boss. And, I know what a lot of people are going to say when they hear this is, oh, you just threatened by a strong black woman. No, she just sounds like she's mean. Okay. Sorry. Don't play that BS with me. She just sounds like she's mean. If it was, I call these male rappers out all day, every day. So it ain't got nothing to do with her being a woman or being black or strong or confident. I don't give a damn. She just be sounding mean in a lot of her songs. Mean towards men, she always talk about how she don't, men are whatever to her, very Glorilla-esque. I think that's why they so friendly with one another. They both talk about the same thing about how men ain't this and men ain't that. Men are just objects to be used at their disposal. They throw them away. They ain't nothing. They're worthless, useless, trash. Basically, is how they describe men. Otherwise, in their music, a lot of it is just mean spirited, just mean, going at people, talking down bad about people, being dismissive, being condescending, being patronizing. So, if it actually turns out that in real life she's a mean person, she kind of already laid the foundation for it through her music. So we'll find out as this story progresses, obviously. But let's just keep the same energy. If she's a potential, if a guy who is accused of these kinds of things, even if it's civil and not criminal, we look at him as a creep potentially, then let's look at her as a creep potentially too.
No, hey, 100, man. Because when you saying it, because I'm just looking at this like, Meg going crazy, in the back seat. So, I'm like, so, bro. But the inverse, like you said, now if that was a woman that saw the inverse of her Diddy boss, yeah, going toe to toe with one of his rappers. You know what I'm saying? In the backseat of the car. That's egregious. All right, that is mortifying. So yeah, man, let's keep that same energy. You know what I'm saying? So that's wild, bro. Hey man, this is a new day, bro. This is the future. We living in it, man. I never thought I would see a story like this. Like if somebody said this story back in the 90s, like in 1999, somebody gave this exact story, and this was a headline, this guy would be getting thrown, this guy would be getting dragged all over the place. But we gotta respect victims. So let's let no. And I'm not victims. Let's respect this guy. We're flipping the script, man. Like, let's respect this dude and let him get his justice, man. But as we all know, man, what's the saying, bro? Innocent until proven guilty. So
Yeah.
let's also side with Megan here. But this was I shouldn't be laughing at this story, but it sounded like bro just want to check. So I'm gonna laugh a little bit at it. So crazy stuff, man. 2024.
Yeah, 2024. Yeah. I don't know. A lot of her songs are just mean, man. I don't know. That's just me. I kind of feel like, but that's not unique unto her. I feel like a lot of these female rappers are just like mean, but then I feel the same way about these dudes. Like I feel like the music is just, sometimes unreasonably mean and aggressive.
Absolutely.
Excuse me. So, whether it's a male rapper, female rapper, I kind of feel the same across the board. And if it turns out that she is maybe not necessarily the nicest person in the world, I wouldn't be shocked. I just wouldn't be surprised.
She messed up if she really did have sex. But all the other stuff, she could have just played that off if he can prove the sex thing. But the sex thing is unprofessional. And if I was hired here to just be a camera person and not a born recorder, then you did cross the line. So it's wild, man. It's crazy, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Shouts out to Megan Thee Stallion. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
Good luck to Mr. What's his name? Emilio. I forget his last name. Good luck to you too, sir.
Good luck, young man.
Yeah, get the bag, brother. We're gonna go ahead and close out on the stream, man. Good stuff. Conscious Approach in the books. JV Wins, Dogon SS, as always. Like and subscribe to the channel, man. Leave a comment. Let us know what you think about the commentary in this or any other video. Conscious Approach on Instagram at Con Approach, CONAPPROACH. Be on the lookout for the audio feed wherever you get your podcasts. We begin to upload those audio files. And check me out on Instagram at JVWins, JVWINS. Think for yourself, people. Think for yourself. Don't be a narcissist. Be kind to people in public spaces. Be respectful. And until the next video, we will see you later.
100. And the name is Dogon SS. You can find me on Instagram at Dogon_SS and on YouTube at Dogon_SS. Also on TikTok at Dogon_SS over there as well. And as I say on every part, guys, don't be too high. Don't be too low. Keep it calm. Keep it chill. Keep it blur. and don't let anybody get you off your pivot. All right. So until the next time, my people. All right, we'll catch y'all on the flip side. Screw, screw.
Yes, sir. We are out. Peace.
Peace.
Go Nuggets, baby. Go
Hey,
Nuggets.
yeah, and go Heat, but go Nuggets. So take them out. Get them out of here. Sheesh.